Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around here, thank you very much for stopping by. Don't forget to click that like down below and smash that subscribe before you go. And if you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all my content when it comes out. If you do buy anything from the Epic Store, then please consider using code RiverFox as it will help me out a great deal. But today we are going to be talking the dungeons. One of the best new additions, I think, to Fortnite Save the World in the last update. So we have got all these new dungeons events. Now, when you go on to your event tab, you do have all of these various different quests which you can do while you are in these dungeons, varying from just completing the dungeons in Crypts and Inferno, things like that. So there's loads of different quests there and you can earn a lot of candy, so that is awesome. Now, when you go on to the map screen, we do have a special section for the dungeons. Now, initially, when you first load into it, you will only have 2 of these crypts options here. Depending on your power level, you'll either have a lower end one or a high one. Once you've unlocked that, then you will get the Inferno, and you'll unlock then the next ones as you're going along. But this video today is going to be around the Crypts, which are the first ones you go into. So for the Crypts, now I have done a few different missions. There's been a lot of failures, but I have found, at least for me, the best hero to use for this has been Dragon Scorch for me. So I've got the Dragon Scorch with the team perk of Endless Shadow, which increases the shadow stance duration by 4 seconds. We have Assassination for melee damage, Rapid Charge, Tail of the Dragon, Return of the Dragon, and Legendary Blade. So if you don't have all of these heroes for support team, don't worry, just try and get as much sort of ability as you can on your Dragon Slash and your melee weapons, really. That is your best. But I'm going to put gameplay up on the screen now. Now, I haven't done this in solo because it's quite a challenging thing, so I haven't done it solo as of yet. I will give it a try. If I do, then I'll certainly post the gameplay for you, but for now I've got some gameplay which I'll pop on the screen now of the Crypts. Okay, now the first thing to note when you do start in on these dungeon missions, when the mission does start, do pay close attention to the audio dialogue that they give you, because they do give you keys, tips of how to progress through it, and also keep an eye on your right hand side. It will have all of your sort of objectives will be on the right hand side. It will show you exactly what you need to do. It's basically in the Crypts is finding keys to progress through the different stages of it. Once you have found all the keys, don't hang around trying to kill loads and loads of husks. Just make your way to the door, basically, to the next stage. As long as you do that as quickly as you can, get to that door, open it, then as soon as you go into the next section, and you don't need to worry about anything from behind you, basically. You will have on the floor, the walls, ceilings, you will have traps and things that will trap you they'll trap you on the floor. Some traps will actually sort of lock you to the spot, and the only way to get out of it is by smashing the troll. It's not so bad if you haven't got husks on you, but if you've got husks on you at the time, it can be a bit of a nightmare, but just try not to get sort of stuck by those. You have sort of these poison darts which can shoot from the walls as well. They can do damage to you. You've got these teleportation traps which literally will teleport you to a different part of the map. They can be extremely annoying if you do get hit by one of them, because it can send you totally anywhere within the crypt. And you do also have some that sort of fall from the ceiling as well, so you've got to keep an eye out for them. The best thing you can do is any of these floor traps or wall traps, when you're going past them, is to slap a floor piece down on top of it, or a wall piece or something, to stop those traps from getting you, and try and take the least amount of damage, really. If you do die, then basically you come like in shadow form. You can still move around the map, but you can't do anything. You can't help or assist. So as long as there is always one person left, then once that stage is completed, you will get respawned back in on the next bit. If all 4 of you do die, then that is it, game over, and you have failed. So try not to die wherever possible. Now, you don't get the option of any of your own weapons in this. You do have to find your own weapons from looting. Smashing urns and things will give you weapons. Sometimes killing the husks will give you weapons as well. With swords and things like that, then I don't think there is any sort of durability issue to it, so I don't think they sort of run out in that respect. So that's why I found the ninja is better with the sword perks, because they will just keep on doing damage, whereas with weapons, guns and things like that, then they do run out of ammo, and you can't really craft ammo too much. You can pick up traps and things as you're going, but you literally can't craft anything of your own. Now, if you do manage to come across a rocket launcher, then do take that, because you definitely will need that, especially for the end of the mission when you get your mini bosses. You will get mini boss, which will come, I think, is 2 or 3 times at the end, and you've got to kill them each time in order to get the victory on the mission. So the best way, really, that I have found is to try get all your keys and things that you need, get weapons, obviously, to upgrade from your urns and from caches and chests. And then once you have got all your keys, just quickly progress to the next level. Don't hang around trying to kill husks and get high damage that way. Otherwise you'll just get yourself into trouble, really. So it's best to just make your way to the next section straight away. When you do find the door, it is a good idea to build around yourself around the door, so that the husks can't get into you straight away, and give you that time then to open the door and get through. As long as one person has gone through the door, then within a certain length of time, I'm not sure exactly what that is, but within a certain length of time, everybody else, no matter where you are, will get teleported to that next section. So at least you won't get left behind, and you can get teleported through. Now, you will get takers as you're playing and going through. You will get a lot of takers. They can sometimes be difficult to deal with, but if you've got your turrets, or turrets probably is best for your ninja loadout, then they can help to deal with the takers and things. You don't get a vast amount of blasters, but when you do get those husk spawners, do try and get rid of those as quickly as you can, because that then will at least help to prevent the more husks from spawning and getting overrun with husks. So they're a good idea to try and get rid of those as quickly as you can. Looting wise, as I say, just try and get the chests and urns. There is, which you might see in one of this video, I think, when you get to, I think it's the third section, where you have to go through this sort of walkway, and you've got like a sheer drop the other either side of you. If you fall down there, then obviously you die, and you've got to wait until the next section before you can respawn. But as long as you are careful, as you're going over that bridge, on the right hand side there is a ledge. If you go onto there and build, then you do get a I think it's a level 5 or 6 chest over there, which normally will give you some good legendary weapons in those, and they are pretty good, especially for the end game. Now, some of the husks as well, they will drop these like little green sort of potions, they look like. If you are low on health, then these potions will help to boost your health up and get your health back up to normal. Now, I'm not sure at the moment if the rocket's abilities are worth taking into it. I haven't tried with it. I've seen one other person using the rockets. You know, the ability where all sort of 10-12 rockets come down from the sky to kill them. Now, I'm not sure if that works in the crypts, because generally the rockets will only sort of do damage sort of above ground, and because you're underground in these crypts, I don't believe that those rockets will work. But do correct me if I am wrong. Let me know in the comments. But yes, I found it best to use the turrets. The slow field can be useful, but personally I prefer the turrets. It does a lot of damage in these, so it's pretty good. But that is pretty much it with these this dungeon, the crypts. As long as you cover any traps in the floor so that you don't get hit by those, try and find these husk keys and shadow keys as quickly as you can. Everything is shown on the right hand side. I mean, probably the hardest bit, I would have thought, is trying to navigate through the sort of maze of the crypts anyway. Sometimes it can be difficult, but on normally on the walls you will see like these purple torches either side of like an archway or something, and that generally will indicate the route that you will need to go. So it does, you know, as long as you try and follow it all, it does show you where you need to go, what it is you need to be collecting, and everything. I know it can be really hard sometimes, especially when you're in the midst of a massive battle with a big horde of husks and things. It can be hard to, you know, look at this right hand side and your mini map and things, but it will show you on the mini map as well. It'll show you which directions the keys are in, and everything. So yeah, just follow what the audio says, and you know, you should be able to complete the crypts really easy. I think it was probably about, I'd say about 3 attempts beforehand of getting used to it before I actually got this victory here, and pretty much I think every mission since has been pretty successful as well. So you do actually get some really good rewards from the mission. I mean, you get loads of gold, loads of hero XP and schematic XP, get loads of candy. In my case, for the higher end missions I'm on, I get a load of legendary perk up, but if you're on lower ones, then you know you'll get epic or rare perk up depending on which missions you are in. But yeah, it's really great for grinding for those candy. I mean, I've got, I think, pretty much everything that I need anyway from these llamas. But yeah, I've managed to get so much XP from these. It's brilliant. So yeah, good luck. If, as I said, if you've got the Dragon Scorch, then in my opinion, I think so far he is the best to use. But let me know if you've got any other heroes that you use and get some good success on. But I hope this has helped you out a little bit on the Crypts. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll try and answer as best as I can. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to drop that like down below. Smash that subscribe before you go. And if you turn on the notification bell, then you will always get updated of all of my daily content when it comes out. But until the next time, I hope you have a lovely day and stay safe, my friends.